The call that turned everything around was just another typical Tuesday. The hours passed slower than a snail uphill. I was stuck in my cubicle, buried in spreadsheets, sipping lukewarm coffee that tasted like burnt cardboard. I had already gone over the numbers 3 times when my inbox pinged, the only sound competing with the lazy buzz of the ceiling fan overhead. I wasn't prepared for unread messages. But then, my phone buzzed on the desk. I blinked. A name flashed on the screen. Malik. I'm not the type to get random check-in calls from my brother, Malik. He lives in Hawaii, running one of those glossy resorts tourists travel thousands of kilometers just to snap photos of. We usually talk on birthdays or the occasional holiday. A midday call? Definitely unusual. I picked up, already sensing something strange. Hey, little bro, he said casually. What's up, Malik? I replied, leaning back in my chair. There was a pause. Then I asked, Where's your wife? I blinked. She's on a business trip, I answered slowly. She left for New York on Sunday. Why? That pause was longer this time. Something in his voice changed. Why do you ask? I said. No more jokes in his tone now. He said, I'm standing in the resort lobby right now, and I swear on Mom's good name. My chest tightened. Your wife is here. She just checked in with another man. The room went silent. The hum of the fan vanished. Even my thoughts stood still. She's here? I repeated. She used your card, Malik said quietly. She's in the honeymoon suite. Sundress. The guy with her? Looks like he belongs in a cologne ad. My hand froze on the mouse. The coffee sat untouched. Breath caught in my throat. She paid with my card? I stared at the screen. The spreadsheet might as well have been hieroglyphics. Are you sure it's her? I asked. My jaw clenched, trying to stay composed. Positive, Malik said. I waved. She waved back. I rubbed my temple, the headache blooming behind my eyes. All right, Malik lowered his voice. You got it. Don't worry, I won't say a word. He waited. I didn't respond. My heart was pounding, but my thoughts were shifting. Cold now. Clear. Calculating. I stood and walked to the window, watching the trees. Sway bell. 6 years of marriage. We met at a work seminar. Strangers turned something more. She was confident. Fierce. She didn't wait for doors to open. She kicked them down. I backed her from day one. Paid her tuition when her grad school loan was denied. Funded her startup. Celebrated her wins like they were mine. And now, she was. Wrapped around another man, grinning like she hadn't shattered anything. I sat back at my desk, logged into our banking app. $850. Ocean view room. 265ers. Couples massage. $170. Champagne brunch. $320. Sunset catamaran cruise. Each transaction was a slap in the face. Every charge. My card. And yeah. Lately, I'd felt something was off. She'd pull away when I leaned in on date nights, said she was tired, overwhelmed. I gave her space, made excuses. I gave her space to cheat, but I didn't throw anything, didn't scream, didn't cry. I just sat there, still, absorbing. Because in that moment, I realized something. I wasn't going to get loud. I wasn't going to lose control. I wasn't going to show up at the hotel and punch anyone. I was going to plan. She wouldn't see me coming. I picked up the phone again. Malik, I said, don't let her know anything. Just tell me everything. Pictures, names, details, whatever. You can without getting caught. For once, my brother and I were in sync. I called my assistant and told her I wouldn't be in for the week. Shut the laptop. Poured myself a whiskey. Stared at our wedding photo on the mantle. Her smile. The way her voice cracked when she said, forever. I should have known. Some people say forever, but they mean until something better comes along. Thought I was a fool, thought I'd never find out, but she forgot who I am. I noticed things, I tracked things. She played recklessly in paradise, but now I'd make sure Hawaii would be the last place she ever forgot. Because betrayal doesn't always kick the door down. Sometimes it seeps in slowly, like water under a door. By the time you notice, you're standing in a flood. That night, I stood in the dark living room, ice clinking in my glass, reviewing every receipt like a crime scene file. She took what we built and used it as a playground for someone else. But I wasn't going to move in anger. Not yet. I called Malik again. Describe him to me. He laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was ridiculous. Tall, model type, wearing loafers on a beach, skinny jeans like he had a sand allergy. She kissed him. Yeah, this wasn't just a fling. She comes back Wednesday. We've got a meeting at 3. She's been cold. One-word replies, vanishing acts. I thought it was stress. She took the space I gave her and flew it straight to Hawaii. I texted Malik. Thanks. Don't say a word. He replied, she booked it under your full name. No shame. I just sat in silence. Of course she did. She used to wait for me after work, laugh at my awful jokes. When did that stop? Maybe. I just stopped noticing. But now, the idea of facing her burned like acid. I imagined her excuses, her gaslighting, turning the betrayal into my lack of trust. But I didn't need drama. I needed proof. I opened our joint bank folder, started a spreadsheet, every charge, every location, every name, spa packages, imported wine, fancy candles. It was all there, written in her favorite font, luxury. That night, I sat in the kitchen, with just the fridge light on, planning she wouldn't leave Hawaii smiling. The next morning, I texted Malik, stall her tomorrow. He replied, VIP beach experience? I got you. Just buy me time. I sent, I'm done. It's on. Then I called Joan, old friend, a hacker and cybersecurity expert, told her everything. She said, give me 5. I'll get you a live purchase. Tracker. Link it to the account. Compare it to GPS logs. You'll have it tonight. I smiled. First smile in hours, because now it wasn't just grief. It was about reclaiming, taking control. An hour later, Malik sent a photo. Her at the beach bar, coconut drink, pink umbrella. She was glowing, so was he. No guilt, no shame. I saved that photo. Created a folder, labeled it the Paradise Files. Then I gathered her emails, trip confirmations, receipts, everything, called a lawyer. Malik gave me a name, Tony, a civil attorney in Hawaii with a reputation for taking down giants, armed with nothing but evidence and a calm voice.